Everyone knows and loves blowing up Megaton, but did you know that when you decide to nuke it, not everyone actually dies? People survive this! You can occasionally find a building overrun with Megaton refugees, and when you go back to where Megaton used to be, you can find Moira Brown still alive.
Oh, my head's still ringing from that explosion. What happened?
Moira Brown is still alive and she looks like a bowl of spaghetti. So does this mean that she's the most powerful character in the game?
Don't be silly. Why would you blow up our town? You're talking crazy talk. Well, okay, as long as you're sorry. But I expect you to apologize to everyone else in town, okay? And don't do it again. Now, what am I going to do about work? And what's with the weird look?
Have I got something on my face?
Now there is actually a huge Mandela effect in the Fallout community. In Fallout 3's Broken Steel DLC, most people remember being able to eat the baby with the cannibal perk. Once you do this, you will have immunity to radiation forever. Okay, I'm just kidding, it's a mod made 15 years ago, but most people remember it being in the actual game. And if you're asking me, I think they should add this feature in an update to Fallout 3. Everyone's favorite weapon, the Fat Man. But did you know that the Fat Man is actually a real life weapon? Well, kinda. It goes by the name Davy Crockett and was used in the Cold War/Vietnam War era and was a mounted missile launcher. So instead of throwing it over your shoulder, you put it on a stand and fire at the enemy. So if anybody ever says that the Fat Man's not real, show them this video and then slap them as hard as you can in the face. Anybody who's ever played Fallout 3 remembers when their dad left them and they have to escape the vault. Or maybe that's just your real life. But anyways, Amata offers you her father's pistol. Amata. Oh, sorry about that. But did you know you can actually refuse the pistol and give it to her in order to let her protect herself?
Anyway. Probably nothing, which is why you need to tell me where he is, so I can talk to him.
Watch out, sir, she's got a gun. Amata, where did you get that gun?
Just get away from me! I don't want to shoot you, but I will! I swear I will!
How dare you threaten me? And with my own gun! I'm your father, damn you, and you'll show me some respect. Officer Mack, don't just stand there!
Don't make me take that gun away from you, girlie. Just hand it over. Nice and easy now.
Oh, get away from me!
Oh my God, Amata! What have you done?
The Cabot family has been alive for hundreds of years, and they do this with alien technology by injecting themselves with a mysterious serum that keeps them young and healthy. They do all this while having their father that has been infected with alien technology locked up in a cell. But did you know that in Far Harbor you can actually use the mysterious serum to save someone's life? A man that is sick with radiation poisoning, or you can just let him die if you want. But after convincing Dr. Teddy in order to let you use your serum on this guy, Andre Michaud, and inject him with serum, and then boom, he will be feeling better almost instantly. Or you can just keep the serum and let him die. I mean, the serums are pretty valuable and they're a limited resource in the game, so I wouldn't blame you, really. If you choose to continue Fallout 3's storyline by playing the Broken Steel DLC, a lot can actually change in the Wasteland depending on your choices at the end of the game. For example, when you're captured by the Enclave and you have to escape and finish Project Purity, President Eden will give you a modified FEV virus in order to inject it into the water at the water purification plant. He says that by doing this, you will kill any unclean soul that has been mutated with radiation, so clean souls like ourselves will be okay. However, things like super mutants, ghouls, mirelurks will all be killed off and the world will be a better place. So choosing to inject this modified FEV virus into the filtration system seems like a no-brainer, until we drink it and we see that continued consumption of FEV water will be fatal? But how can this be? We were born in a vault with no radiation. How are we being affected by the water? That is, until you realize that we were actually not born in Vault 101. We were just taken to the vault as a baby by our dad, but when our father and mother had us, we were actually born in the Wasteland. This explains why we have no immunity to the FEV laced water. So if you love the Wasteland, this is a bad idea. Doc Mitchell is literally the first character you meet in Fallout New Vegas, and he's the one that patches you up after you were dug up from the dead. Doc Mitchell has his own backstory. He's actually from a vault, and that vault is in the New Vegas Strip, the same vault in which Mr. House convinced the residents to open their doors and let him do whatever he wanted. But heading to his old Vault 21, which is now a hotel, and we can meet Sarah, a resident of Vault 21 that knows who Doc Mitchell is, and she knows him as Mole Butt because he had a big mole in his rear bumper. But once we talk to Sarah about Doc Mitchell, we can actually head all the way back to Good Springs in order to confront Doc Mitchell and ask him about how his time was in Vault 21, and his response is pretty emotional.
Yep, he sure did. Wanted himself a hotel, and to make sure once he made the change there'd never be any going back. We didn't get a say. I don't know how you'd argue with a fella like that anyways, everywhere and nowhere all at once. So, just like that, we was all homeless. Went our separate ways, and that was all she wrote.
We learned that Doc Mitchell had a wife who he left the vault with, but after she was not able to develop any immunity to any diseases, she passed away. When you come back to Vault 101 after escaping, you can convince the Overseer in order to leave the vault doors open, and once you do this, you get a few random encounters in the Wasteland.
I'm from Vault 101. Please, you've got to help me.
Of course. We're always ready to assist American citizens in distress. Can you tell us where your vault is?
I've got the location right here on my Pip-Boy. Why?
Excellent. That's all we need from her. Open.
Wow, so you can actually find Amata out in the Wasteland by herself getting attacked by Enclave soldiers. Of course, you can also rescue her from this, but she doesn't seem very appreciative.
Stay away from me! This is all your fault! Stay away from me! This is all your fault!
So we learned that Amata doesn't like us anymore, but she isn't the only encounter from Vault 101. We can also meet Susie Mack randomly.
Wow, who would have thought I'd run into you out here? It's a small world, but not as small as the vault, I guess.
So I guess the vault is doing pretty well, even after opening its door to the dangerous Wasteland. But the best person coming out of Vault 101 is of course the man himself, Butch.
Who sprang me from the vault. I think I owe this man a drink. Here's to raising hell and living a good life out here. Cheers! Now all we need is a gang, and we could take over this whole wasteland.
So we find Butch in Rivet City as a bartender slash barber. If our karma is low enough, we can convince Butch to come with us as a companion, and we can start the Tunnel Snakes gang. Woo! Not to mention, you also get free haircuts for life, as Butch is a certified barber, cause that's what he got when he took the goat test. You fuckboy. Exploring out in the Fallout 4 Wasteland has many things you can discover, but Mr. Tittle Shrine is one of the most creepiest yet funniest of them all. At first, it doesn't even look like you can enter the building, but entering through a trash can, you can find Mr. Tittles next to a bunch of dead bodies and a painting with candles around it. If you love playing Fallout 4, I suggest checking this out. While exploring Megaton, you can find Nathan, an old-timer that believes in the old American ways, and he loves the Enclave and listens to the Enclave radio every single day of his life.
Ah, look at this! New blood! Tell me, boy, you ever hear of the Enclave? The last remnant of the good old USA they are. Now, I don't know you from Adam.
As you can see, Nathan is a real believer in the Enclave and a real patriot of his country. That is, until you get captured by the Enclave yourself, you can also find Nathan, who has also been captured by the Enclave. But when you go up to speak to Nathan, he tells you how he's learned the truth, and the Enclave is not who they say they are. But that's going to be it for this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate all the support. More top 10 facts coming soon, more lore videos, game reviews on other games and Fallout. Have a good day.
And love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer